Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Only App You Need Sunday Sermon. It is July 21st. Let's see. Y'all know what this is going to be about. I mean, what else can it be about? It's going to be about the attempted assassination of former President Trump, who, if he gets out of his own way and doesn't do another 93-minute rant, which... Guys, he could have stopped after minute 3. He could have just walked out, said, I'm alive. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Vote Trump. Fight, fight, fight. Turned around and walked off. The place would have gone ballistic and been in an uproar. And yeah, but instead, he walked out and started doing things that I don't like. Again, I didn't vote for Trump the first time. I did vote for Trump the second time, because I thought he did a good job as president. A lot of the things that I thought he wouldn't do is why I didn't vote for him. He did. I mean, everybody, oh, he's going to start World War III. I didn't know, but he didn't. I mean, we didn't go to any new wars. We didn't do anything. He actually tried to pull out of some places. He said some mean tweets, but overall, I thought the country was in good shape, other than excessive spending and all that kind of crap. But he can't control that. That's just something that is going to happen, because that's what keeps those people in power. So that's always going to happen. And then the Wuhan hit, and I don't blame Trump for the Wuhan, but I do blame Trump for the vaccine response, for Dr. Death Fauci being left in charge. I do blame him for all of that. That's all on him. And again, I go back to, the Wuhan got out, and our government, I forgot who said it, but Weiner or Scaramucci or whoever said, never let a good crisis go to waste. And they jumped on it. And Trump was powerless to do anything about it, because they took him back into the room and they said, look, if you try to stop this power grab, your head is going to go back and to the left. And here we are. Last Saturday or Saturday before, they tried to make his head go back and to the left. They tried. But I'm going to go over that right now. We've been watching this for about a week. All the information, none of the information has come out that makes any fucking sense at all. So I'm going to go over the 3 biggest things in my mind on Trump. On that Saturday, that goofy looking person thing, he, she, it, they, whatever it was, outsmarted our entire United States government. That's what should scare you, is that they want you to believe that. They think that we're dumb enough to think that that person outsmarted the United States government. I mean, God, shit, help us. Putin's sitting there going, okay, they let that guy up on the roof. And right now, if I'm Trump, I'm hiring Zelensky, the mini midget billionaires. I'm hiring his security team, because if they can keep that son of a bitch alive, I think they can keep Trump alive. So just saying, but here we go. So I'm going to list my 3 things from least likely to most likely on how all this happened that Saturday. Okay. The third least likely scenario for me is, everybody's saying this, evidently 1 out of 3 Democrats is retarded, whichever one you want to say. And they believe that Trump staged this thing himself. Okay? So let's throw that out there. Yeah, there's an extreme possibility that he did it. A 0.03% chance Trump and them staged this. And what they staged was, according to some of the stuff I have seen that's been sent out, is he turned his head at the exact time. I mean, they staged this so well that had he been a split second, late in turning his head, that bullet would have hit him, it would have blown his head off. So that's a hell of a stage, all right? Great job, Trump. And if he did stage that to the exact millimeter and the exact millisecond of time and turned his head perfectly, I want that son of a bitch as my president. Okay, I do, because if he can pull that off, well effing done. Great job. Okay. That's the first one that's not very plausible for me. Then we got to the second one, okay? And when you get to that, you know, this is why they put so many incompetent people, men and women, on that Secret Service detail. Those two girls had no business, or I don't know how they identify, but those two midgets, compared to Trump, did not deserve to be on that Secret Service detail. The one couldn't holster her weapon. I mean, the one that looked like Pat. And the other one, I mean, literally had to jump up on everybody else just to cover Trump's penis. Okay, that's how tall she was. She came up about to Trump's penis. You know, and on that note, I shouldn't even be, you know, let's just say I was in the Secret Service, which I'm not, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I would give my life for, you know, very few people, my family and Bash, any of my pets. I would give my life for any of those people and a few friends, a few. But the rest of y'all can kiss my ass. I'm not, you know, if there's a burning fire over there and you know, I know that there's a bunch of adults in it, I'm not running in to save you. I'm not going to. Okay, and I'm damn sure not getting in front of a bullet for President Trump, for President Obama, for President Reagan. I'm not. And that's why I'm not a Secret Service guy. And I'm being very honest. I ain't giving up my life for you at all. Okay, period. So I shouldn't be on that detail if I would give up my life, because I am not tall enough to cover Trump. His head would be above mine. He's that much taller than me. So based on just basic stats, I don't belong there. Okay? And damn sure 4'9" midgets don't belong there with titties. They don't belong there either. But they did that out there for the look of complete and total incompetence. That's why this Crooks, whatever his name was able to wander around with a broomstick up his ass for an hour in a rangefinder, crawl up on the roof, take a dump, wipe his butt with wipes instead of toilet paper because he was that clean and that good or whatever. You know, I'm obviously throwing stuff out, but that's why he was allowed to do all that, to show incompetence. And that's pretty scary right there. Again, if I'm Trump right now, I'm getting Zelensky's team. I'm getting Zelensky's team, and I'm paying them top dollar. You might have to take a loan from Zelensky. You know, if we don't have the money to pay for these people, for competent people, let's, you know, ask Zelensky for some money, because he's got it. He's got it. Trust me. And then the last one, and I'm going to go Occam's razor here. All right. And if those of y'all that don't know what Occam's razor is, it's, you know, you hear hoofs, you hear hoof beats coming, and they're hoofed. You know, Occam's razor states that, you know, if you live in Texas, that's probably a horse, not a zebra. Okay? And if you think it is a zebra, you're a fucking idiot. Okay? So Occam's razor is, you know, the most likely explanation is the explanation. Whatever pops to mind first, much of the time, is the right thing. And based on what our government has done since the Kennedy assassination, you know, the Democrats, whoever you want to call it, you know, JFK, hey, we're going to pull out of Vietnam, back and to the left. Trump, you know, Trump walks down that escalator and here comes the Russia collusion hoax. There's a lot of y'all that still believe from the Steele dossier that Trump was involved in Russia. He might have made some phone calls to Russia. He might have, I mean, which I'm sure he did. But all of that shit is not true. And there's still people that believe it, okay? So starting with the Steele dossier, starting with the fact that Obama used the government to spy on a political rival of Clinton. He was allowed to do that. Nothing happened with the Steele dossier. Nothing has happened to Obama. You know, that's why they had to do immunity. In my opinion, one of the other reasons, because Obama droned a U.S. citizen and spied on a political opponent. I mean, his ass should be in fucking prison. Sorry. So you've got those two things. They pulled off, you know, the Russia hoax. They pulled off spying on him and his family. The Clintons, I mean, they have killed so many people, it's not even funny. But let's just stick with Trump. They did all this. They undermined him at every step. Every person, they got him to put their people in place, and then they undermined him. They did this. He fought everybody. And guys, I'm not sitting here saying Trump is the greatest thing in the world. But again, Biden and his people want power 365 days of the year. They want to rule your life 365. Trump only wants to rule your life, with the government 364 days out of the year. That's the difference. That one day is why they, finally said, okay, well, we've done all this stuff to him and nobody's in prison. Nobody's going to go after us. Now, what is it? 74 felonies, 39 convicted, 74 accusations, 39 whatever the fuck it is, guys, whatever. They have done everything. They've tried to keep him off the ballot. They have done everything that they can to subvert the will of what voted for him last time. 71 million people. So 71 million of us want Trump at least. Okay. Now they say 81 million people voted for Biden. No, there were 81 million votes for Biden, maybe, which I'll acknowledge, but 81 million people didn't vote for Biden. We know that. There is no doubt that somehow they got 81 million votes, whether it be legally or illegally. I don't know. Occam's razor would state that they cheated. Okay. So you can put me in that camp, but after they've done all of this stuff to him, he's still standing. He is leading in everything. So whoever you want to call it, World Health Organization, NATO, our government, Raytheon, Bell, whoever, the military industrial complex, our government, the Clintons. I don't think it was the Clintons or he'd be dead. I mean, they don't miss. Somebody has to say it. But I mean, they did it. They got together and they're like, all right, where's he going to be? Butler? All right, what do we have in Butler? We got this 20-year-old kid that did videos for BlackRock and commercials. He's a little bit weird, but we got the mind implant in his ass. All right, let's set that up. Let's go. Or we can just call him and ask him, tell him we'll pay him $100. Sure, he'll live. We'll take care of him. They did it. And how they did it, I don't know. But the sloped roof, the fact that people saw him, everything, doesn't fucking make sense. Doesn't make sense. They tried to kill him. That's number one. They tried. And the fact now that they tried and they couldn't pull off a shot from 150 yards, for me, that's scarier than the fact that they tried. Okay? Our government, our people are now so incompetent that from 150 yards, they couldn't pull it off. That's fucking scary, guys. Somebody's got to say it. So I'm the only app you need. You have a good day.